Welcome back to the Wig Room. I'm Erica.
And I'm Kevin.
And this week we're going to be discussing double trouble talent.
The realities of booking and being booked. So we're going to talk about the difference on both sides, agent and talent. So Erica, how was your week? How was Brittany?
Oh yes, Brittany was fun. I was working with a fabulous Tina Turner impersonator, Rose. We're performing at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Which is a famous hotel here in Hollywood and also haunted by Marilyn Monroe's ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's she's been seen.
Oh, cool. It was fun. The only thing was that they pushed our performances later and later and later and later. So by the time we went on, I just felt like I had a little kind of low energy.
Yeah. There was also music awards.
Oh, yeah.
After party. I mean, the place was mobbed and there was security everywhere.
I feel like if we had performed earlier, it would have grabbed everybody's attention and got them all
100%.
amped up.
And there was nothing going on. People were all just waiting around because they were going to be giving out gifts.
Yeah,
right?
and what were the gifts? Like a trip and stuff?
They were pretty good gifts. There were 12, or 20 really good gifts at $500 and up. So people were sticking around for that, but it was successful.
And then I worked an event as Marilyn for a big event with lots of performers. And there was a band, which I helped organize, a three-piece jazz band with a singer. And there were showgirls, dancers. There was I had to come down a glass elevator singing Happy Birthday.
Oh,
she's like, oh yeah, just go. Here's your cue, go. And I'm like, how does this work? It's cool.
Nice. Well, I had the opportunity to play Michael Jackson. I was called to do Michael Jackson for a podcast. As everyone knows, this week is the movie Michael. I walk into this room, and it's a fairly well-known podcast, and unbeknownst to me, there's another Michael Jackson impersonator in there.
Why do they have two?
I think just to throw us.
What?
I think. And it did a little bit, but I didn't care. I thought I looked better anyway. But and he was cool, and we were gracious, and we were both professionals, and because of us, I think we made a really great episode for them. Yeah.
Did you have to perform as Michael on the podcast?
And they said, yes, we may want you to teach us the moonwalk and a piece of Thriller. Now, luckily for Susie Ross, she had taught me a bit of 3 counts of 8 of Thriller. So I had it.
God.
I was ready to go. And I taught them that.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, the little things. We just grab what we know and we just pretend we know it all.
And
right?
then you're doing it on the fly a lot.
All the time. So it takes a professional to be able to do that. So that was fun.
So how do jobs actually get booked? Between direct calls, third-party websites, or return clients?
Repeat clients, referrals, absolutely. All of those. For me as the agent, all of those are important. The third party, as we all know them, have kind of gotten in the way over the years. So they work for us as an agent because I go through there to find talent sometimes. But they work against the agent because they underbid. The clients that go to them usually are mom and pops for the most part, and they want talent for $200. And so it changed the whole platform of pricing.
And also, not only do they underbid, but as a talent, most talent are members of the site. So we get the same leads the agent is getting. And the agent, of course, is beneficial because they'll think of things that you as the talent don't necessarily think of. They make sure you're taken care of. They deal directly with the client. The clients can be very understandably anxious and have a lot of details. But when you're the agents do have to put their fee on top of what the talent's making. So sometimes the agent will get cut out because if the client can book the same talent for a couple $100 cheaper, they will.
Right. And so the way it works is who called who first. And this was the same even before the third party when there were more agents. Someone would say, I already got a call from so-and-so. So you're second in line because maybe that so-and-so priced too high and it fell apart. And then I'm next in line, and that has worked. So we try to be respectful to one another. And it's the only way to do it. And it can get sticky sometimes.
It can get sticky. I like it as talent because I don't have to worry about contracts. The site, if they book through the site, it serves as a contract, and the site also collects their money. So I never have to
Right.
worry about money.
But
And
then you pay a commission to the site on top of your annual
Yeah.
fee. So I mean, look, it's pros and cons. I say, look, we do the work so you don't have to. That's what I would tell a client. And so higher end event bookers, corporate or high end privates are like, I don't want to deal with any of that. I want you to take care of all of it.
I'm sure we've all had like really nightmare situations at gigs and events. Do any have come to mind for you?
Gosh, I would say as an agent early on, I was a little all over the place trying to find my way, right? Thinking I was getting everything to the people that they needed as far as final event instruction. I was booking the Pope, John Paul.
Not the real Pope.
No, the fake Pope, to an event. I don't remember where, maybe San Diego, and I believe he was somewhere in Orange County, let's just say. So he was an older man, and his wife was kind of his manager. So she was doing most of the communicating with me. And what I didn't realize, this is early on, so cell phones were around, but people weren't using them at the same level. And certainly somebody that age wasn't as familiar with a cell phone. But he should have had a cell phone when he went to the event. So she decides she's not going to go with him and sends him off on the event without a cell phone. And there was a miscommunication about the address, the event address. There were two addresses, one where he was going for the green room and one where the event actually took place and somebody was supposed to meet him and then take him there. That got confused. He did not get there. Somehow he called the wife, and she calls me, probably from a payphone. She's almost in tears. He's an older man. We had the address incorrect. How could this happen? I'm like, well, why would he not have his phone with him? And I felt horribly because this is an older man. It's the Pope.
He went to the wrong place.
The Pope went to the wrong location. And so he ended up getting to the right location towards the end of the event. And the client's like, well, this is not how we wanted to receive our Pope. So yes, we will have him do something. We will talk about this on Monday. And I had to offer them, a reduction in pay and pay him full. Yeah. But that's only happened maybe 2 times in my entire career. How about you?
Well, one time I was performing with the Rat Pack, doing Marilyn Monroe, and there was a Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and a Dean Martin impersonator, and there was a jazz band with us. I think it was like a 5-piece band. We were performing at a retirement community. It was outdoors. There was this big tent that we were performing under, and there was a little bit of wind and weather and stuff. When I was performing, and I was like, I don't know, this doesn't look good. I walked by it, I do my set, the weather got really bad. It started like crazy, like a hurricane. The band was like, they didn't want to get wet, and the band leader was like, keep going. And they're like, this is not looking good. Then the tent collapsed on people, on the band. Water that had collected under the tent was spilling onto the instruments.
Yeah.
I just stayed inside. I had my wig on. I didn't want my wig to get wet.
Sure. That's a good one. So I had one with a client, a private client's birthday. And they were paying good money. They paid up front, like most do. I transferred the tracks to the DJ, who never really responded. We get there, and it's Bruno. It's Christian's doing Bruno. We get there. It's a house. They've got the DJ set up on the roof, which is basically the balcony from the master bedroom. And the party's downstairs. So the sound is all up there. I'm like, well, he's performing down there. We need a mic down there. They don't have a cordless mic. So we're lowering the microphone and the cord to set up. he doesn't have any of the music downloaded. I would say this was the worst music nightmare ever. I was running up and down the stairs and I had a pickleball injury.
Oh no.
So my meniscus was torn and I'm running up and down and it was Christian at Christian school. Then the microphone itself and the cord kept disconnecting. So he kept going in and out. I said, give me some duct tape now.
Duct tape.
I
Oh
was
my
so
God.
upset at this point, but I couldn't show up because the client didn't really care.
Right.
But it was for his beautiful wife. And everyone seemed to be fine. They were more concerned that we were going to get upset. And I thought, okay, we're not going to be upset. We're going to run with this. Not every singer would have been okay with that.
Yeah. So what did he do? Was he able to get the mic and?
He had the mic. I brought some extra lights, so I lit the thing, and he was doing the best he could. And it would go in and out, and I'm like, just hold that mic tight. Don't do your dancing. Hold on to the microphone like this. And it was what it was. Well, let's talk about what is necessary for an agent to deliver to talent in order for things to not go crazy. For me as an agent, I send out something 2 to 5 days ahead of time. It is called the final event instructions. The address with the parking instructions, the on-site contact person. I hold on to the contact person's information because I never want to share that information. You know that about me. Because then they can go direct to my talent, and I don't think people ever mean to do that. But it can happen if it's in their phone. Well, Marilyn Monroe, I've got one right here. So, anyway, that's my controlling ways.
I need to know if I'm going to be singing, I need to be connected beforehand to the person running sound, or if there's like a DJ, so that I can make sure that I have all the equipment that I need and decide like what I need to bring, if I need to bring my own system, if they would prefer to have my tracks ahead of time so they can play them through their system. I need to know how that's going to run before I get there.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because with music tracks, as an agent, I take care of that. I make sure I get it to the DJ. I make sure that DJ plays them to make sure they work. And, the set list. And, just so it's streamlined. And when the talent gets there, because no matter what, whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, there's going to be something that comes up, whether it's traffic, or you've had a bad day, or your wig isn't working.